Hey, coaches, and welcome to my YouTube channel, the Perfect Play Football System YouTube channel. On this channel, we discuss the modern day spread offensive system. I'm going to show you today the best way to run a shovel pass. So as we get in, before we get into this information here and the content for today, I want to invite you to make comments down below, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and for heaven's sake, bang that bell. Drop the atomic elbow on bang that bell for those notifications. So as you do that, we'll get started into today's content. We're going to start off with a simple spread 2x2 formation, and we're going to run a shovel pass to our right side. And the way we're going to do that is so that there's no new learning to our offensive linemen. We're going to combine our shovel pass concept and our passing out of it with our power blocking with our linemen up front. We run the power play, power blocking with our offensive linemen for multiple plays, whether it's this play, which is sprint out, or whether it's the actual power play where it's the power read with the quarterback off of jet sweep, off of a single back action. It could be the quarterback play with the running back kicking out the defensive end. But my point in sharing all of this with you is that the offensive lineman will always block this power play the exact same way. And the way that we're going to do that very quickly, I'll go over it with you. We're going to run the power to our right. Power to our right. So our center is going to block back for the pulling guard. Our left guard is the puller. He is going to skip pull and get to the play side linebacker. Now, this defensive front is a 4-3 look. It's a 4-1 box, but a 4-3 look with middle open secondary, two high safeties. So our backside guard is going to skip pull to the play side linebacker. Our center, like I said, is blocking back for the guard. Our backside tackle is a funnel hinge, B gap to C gap. Our play side guard and tackle will double team a 3 technique or a 2 technique on the way to the backside linebacker. And that's if there's a six-man box here. There's just one linebacker in this look. So our quarterback is going to read this unblocked defensive end. The play side defensive end is unblocked. So the offensive line will block power, whether it's the power read, whether it's the sprint out, whether it's the power kick out for the quarterback or power kick out for the running back. It doesn't matter. The 5 guys up front, we're going to block this play the same way every single time. And that's very important that we want to have a lot of overlap for our big guys up front. All right, the quarterback is going to read this play side defensive end. In the sprint out piece that we're combining with our power blocking here, we want to outrun this defensive end with our quarterback. He is going to open, get width once he receives a snap, and sprint out to the sideline. He wants to outrun this defensive end. On the perimeter, we have an outside release go and a 5-yard out. You can match it up with screens, perimeter passes, perimeter screens, whatever you're comfortable doing, whatever your team is good at. Here we're running an outside release go by number 1, a 5-yard out by number 2, and we want our quarterback to outrun this defensive end. And we want him to throw the ball on his 5th step. Throw it on his 5th step. Or if this defensive end gets upfield or in his face, if he cannot outrun this defensive end, then he will stop and shovel pass the ball back to the running back. This running back is going to step up and get behind the guard. As the guard skip pulls, the running back will get behind him and drift over to the play side, laterally to the play side. The quarterback is trying to sprint out or outrun the defensive end. If he can't do that, he's going to stop and pitch the ball back inside to the running back with his left arm, with his left hand. Now, we have mirrored routes on this time with a mandatory outside release go and a 5-yard out on both sides with our perimeter, but we are only sprinting out to our right side in this picture. So let's let it roll. Let's look at it and see what we end up having. Let's talk about our quarterback and this defensive end first. Quarterback takes the snap, He's going to sprint out, try to outrun that defensive end. He didn't think he could outrun him. We had run this play a few times before, and he had been able to get outside of the defensive end. So now they're kind of waiting on it a little bit better. So he can't get outside the D end, so he stops. He shovel passes. He does his little shovel pass back inside to the running back. The running back, let's look at the running back. The running back's going to step up, get behind the guard, and then get the time. You have to work on the timing a little bit. That may take some time. But then he's going to shovel the ball inside, and the running back's going to turn and get behind his pulling guard and get upfield as fast as he can. So here we have it looks like it's about a 3rd and 10 play, and we're going to be able to pick up a first down. It looks like it may be 3rd and 10. Now let's look at our perimeter. On both sides, we have a go and a 5-yard out. So if our quarterback could get outside of this defensive end right here, we see on his 5th step, we would want to be throwing this out or the go. He has made the decision at this point that he's going to shovel the ball back inside. Offensive lineman, let's look at that. Our backside guard's pulling for the play side linebacker. Our center's blocking back. Our backside tackle, funnel hinge, B gap to C gap. Our play side, we're getting a double team to the backside linebacker. There's no backside linebacker, so our tackle got a little confused. Should have stayed on the double team if that happens. Stay on the double team. And there we have our sprint out pass combined with our power blocking scheme and with giving the quarterback. And this is the year that this quarterback was a great young man, an intelligent young man, a very smart young man, but not the greatest athlete with his feet. So he ends up not outrunning, which he's not going to outrun a lot of defensive ends. So we ended up using the shovel pass quite often. That's a good play for us. A nice 3rd down play. We get the defense all spread out for the play. We pick up 12 yards on the play. So let's look at another example. Here we have the same formation. Now we're going to run the shovel pass to our left. We're going to try to outrun. The quarterback is going to try to outrun this defensive end. We are still in this 4-3 look, middle open defense. We're going to try to sprint out to our left side. The quarterback cannot outrun this defensive end. As we look here, he's going to try to outrun the D end. He can't do it, so he stops. Shovel passes the ball back into the running back. The running back, we see we're trying to build a wall. We're trying to build a wall with our offensive lineman and lead through with our backside guard on the linebacker. And then we're running our go out over here to the perimeter, actually to both sides. So there we see a nice little shovel pass inside. It's a very simple way of getting the ball to your running back with blockers out in front. And that's a great look at, we hit kind of this dissection of the defense here by building the wall, by leading up on the linebacker, making this part of the defensive secondary cover the routes. So they're running out away from the ball. We build a wall inside. We're forcing this defensive end to be wrong. Instead of reading him and pitching the ball outside or throwing, we're now going to throw or do our shovel pass off of it inside. So here we might see a nice, simple play, safe play, and we end up getting about 25 yards off of a simple shovel pass. Okay, coaches, here we want to show you a different formation. This is trips, ball's in the middle of the field. This is our first scrimmage of the season for this particular play. And we have trips to our left, single receiver into the boundary. We're going to run him on a route. We are running our sprint out or our power shovel pass to our right. So instead of going to the trips, we are going to our single receiver side. So that's a little different here. So we're going to block power play with our offensive lineman up front. We're going to read the defensive end, which will be this young man here. And you can see this time my unathletic quarterback is able to get around this defensive end. So now he's got his route where he can throw this one-on-one route by his 5th step, or he can shovel pass out of the picture because the defensive end was squeezing on a down block by the tackle. So he gets outside and he runs. Of course, he's going to run out of bounds here in the scrimmage. But you can see the play and how effective it is. So once again, here we have building the wall for our backside pursuit. We're outrunning the defensive end or shovel passing off of him. There would be our running back. If our defensive end was out upfield or outside, we'd have a nice simple shovel pass inside with a lead blocker on the linebacker, and we're building a wall on our backside. To our trips formation, we can run any type of read pass or RPO that you want to use. And over here, we're running our best receiver on a one-on-one route that the quarterback could throw or run. And of course, he gets a keep, run, read, and that's what he does in this example. Here's our last example of our shovel pass. And this time I want to show you how we would do it if we ran it toward the trips. So we've looked at running a 2-by-2 formation, which is the simplest way of doing it. We've looked at running trips, but running the shovel pass to the one receiver side. Now we're going to run the shovel pass to the trips side. So in this example, we're running a go by number 1, a bubble by number 2, and a hitch by number 3. So that's the combination. That was my favorite trips combination. We did that out of whether it's quick passing game or any type of RPO that we wanted to use. We would do it out of that formation. So we can see we're going this to our right to the trips. Our running back is going to get behind my left guard. The left guard skip pulling. Left guard skip pulls to get to the play side linebacker. This is against a 4-2 box here. We're double teaming the 3 to the backside linebacker. The center's blocking back for the pulling guard. My backside tackle has a funnel hinge, B gap to C gap. Single receivers running some type of RPO. We're trying to outrun this defensive end here. He squeezes on the down block, so the quarterback pulls, and we just do a very poor job of executing throwing a bubble route. But we can see how effective this play is. So the defensive end is tight, so the quarterback can run outside. This would be a very good time to throw this bubble. You can see we have the overhang or the bounce player is on inside the hash. The corner is running to get depth to cover the go route. So if we were to complete this ball, it should be at the top of the numbers, at or near the line of scrimmage. And you can see if he would have caught the ball, he would have been at the bottom of the numbers, which is fine. We get even more spread or stretch on the play. And he's about slightly behind the line of scrimmage if he had caught the ball. If we'd executed it properly, it would have been a great play. You can see we have a good athlete for us with the ball in his hands with 12 yards of separation vertically, and everybody's on the hash or inside the hash laterally to our ball carrier who would have it on the bottom of the numbers. So we would feel very good about this matchup, getting the ball to your athletes, to your guys, to what we call speed in space. So that's what we're trying to do with that play. So let's go back and look at it one more time. We see a simple power blocking by our offensive lineman up front, the running back getting slow to go behind the backside guard, the pulling guard. We see our combination that we're running out here to the field, our single receiver running a route. Now, if we had that defensive end had come upfield or outside, you see the wall that we have built. We have a lead blocker on the play side linebacker, and we have our running back on this seam. So we have dissected the defense. We're forcing these defenders to run out and cover the pass. These defenders we've built a wall with. We're reading this defensive end, and we're either going to run to throw or we're going to stop and shovel pass the ball back inside to my running back in this picture, number 24. And you'd see if we had shoveled the ball back inside to him, we would have had a good play as well. So then this look, we're creating positive plays for our offense. We've combined a simple power scheme with a pass, with our sprint out pass, as well as with the shovel pass inside. So we have combined something that our offensive linemen do a lot every day, block the power scheme, working on double teams, working on blocking back, working on skip pulls, working on the funnel hinge, all of those techniques that we do every day, the offensive line is doing. So we've just added that scheme, that those techniques. Instead of learning something new, we're now just using that with other schemes. We are using our perimeter plays that we do a lot. We do this combination up here, the go bubble hitch, with a ton of different looks, from RPOs to screens, to all kinds of things that we could do out of it. But this is one of the tags that we did a lot. Our single receiver into the boundary was running a post, and then of course our running back is running the shovel pass here. So it's a simple combination of things for us. It's something that your offensive line does a lot. Your perimeter guys do this tag a lot. Your quarterback, the only new skill he has to learn would be to stop at this point and shovel the ball back inside. That's a very simple skill to pick up, and you have to work on the timing of the play. So it's a great concept to have. Sprint out combined with power blocking that you see here. It's simple for us to use. It's something that we could use in multiple down and distance situations. We could get the ball on the edge with screens or downfield throws to the one receiver, to the two receiver side, or to a three receiver side. So it was very functional for us in multiple situations and had a lot of different uses out of it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, coaches. Please leave comments down below. Give the video a thumbs up. Bang that bell for those notifications. Thank you for watching the content. If you like this content, I have other ways that you can get to other content that I have, such as through my Patreon page. And on that, I have access to over 2,000 pages of information that I have written, from booklets to manuals for each position, as well as offensive coordinator and head coach manual. I've also posted over 350 videos, a lot of teaching videos on there where I get very specific and using our terminology and using our techniques and explaining those. So I'll put all that information down in the section below. So click on those links to get more information. Substack, perfectplayfootball.substack.com, patreon.com / Perfect Play Football, facebook.com / Perfect Play Football as well. And I will include that all below. Thanks for watching the video, coaches. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. And as always, magnify your blessings each and every day.